Live. Live. We're about to do I want to go live and discuss something. I'm gonna let a few people come in here. What's going on, Q? I'm going live. I gotta talk about something. I gotta talk about vitamin D. Vitamin D. Just want to talk about this. I've been coming across some very interesting information about vitamin D levels. And oh, you watching? All right. Well, I'm just gonna talk to you about this. It's about health. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, I got this new phone. All right. So vitamin D. Okay, cool. Everybody that's above the equator, and by everybody I'm talking about the melanated people, if you're above this equator, then what happens is our vitamin D levels are very, very low. And if you haven't gone and got your vitamin D levels checked, when you go and get them checked, if the doctor doesn't say that they're low, the doctor's wrong. All of us need to increase our levels of vitamin D. So what happens is that if you're not spending 2 hours in the sun, and when in the sun, I mean where the sun is actually touching your skin, then your vitamin D levels are low. And we are experiencing depression. We are experiencing weight gain. We are experiencing muscle fatigue. All of these different things are attributed to our vitamin D levels. I've actually found out that heart disease and high blood pressure that they found in black people are all coming from vitamin D levels being low. So with that information, I said, well, let's start educating and talking to people about vitamin D. So one of the ways that you can increase your level of vitamin D is by getting it from food. But there aren't many foods that have high levels of vitamin D unless it's fortified food. So you will see a cereal and they'll say, well, it's fortified with vitamin D. What that means is that they add vitamin D to the food. So that means that the food has to be manufactured. So outside of fatty fish, we don't really have enough foods to get our vitamin D. So we are very limited because vitamin D comes from the sun. We all know that. So we are in climates and in areas where we are not receiving sunlight all through the day. Black people are experiencing seasonal depression. They're experiencing all of these different diseases because our vitamin D levels are low. So I have some information I just want to share real quick. It's going to be a quick one, then I'm off. Give you guys 10 signs to let you know if your vitamin D levels are low. If you are sore and you didn't work out, or you're not sore from exercising, or you sometimes feel the pain in your bones, vitamin D levels are low. If you find that you are tired and you always need energy drinks or coffee or something to actually increase your energy, vitamin D levels are low. That's 2. I'm gonna give you 10. 3, if you got a bad attitude, or you always find that your mood is always something where you need to be encouraged, vitamin D levels are low. That's 3. I'm gonna give you 10. And that's because of the serotonin and the dopamines that our brains are releasing are all connected to vitamin D. I'm gonna give you 4. If you have a difficult time sleeping, these are all things that I've been doing research and finding out things myself. If you have a difficult time sleeping, your vitamin D levels are most likely low. If your head gets sweaty and the rest of your body doesn't get sweaty, vitamin D levels are low. If you find yourself, this is good for Anjali, hair follicles and growth are stimulated through vitamin D. So vitamin D deficiency actually affects women more than men as far as hair loss, alopecia, things like that. If you ever experienced any dizziness, you said they just blame the zodiac sign of the bad attitude. Nah. It's not even just the zodiac signs. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Taurus, so that's why I'm bullheaded. It's a hormonal deficiency that we are experiencing. Q is in his bag today. If y'all know Cookie Son, y'all know how you give it up. Heart problems. So as we know, heart disease is the #1 killer in the black community. But what we found is that heart disease is directly related to low vitamin D. So high blood pressure and heart disease, vitamin D levels. If you are overweight, then you need more vitamin D than the average person. I'm going to give you how much vitamin D that you need, and then we out. If you are overweight, you have low vitamin D. And if you are always forgetting things, the cognitive mental ability that you need to function is directly related to your vitamin D levels. So What happens is this. If you take a multivitamin every single day, okay, yeah, she know about that, that having to do with the hair. That's right on. Um, if you take a multivitamin a day, then what you find is that you have 400 IUs in a multivitamin as far as vitamin D. So that means you get 400 international units daily if you take a multivitamin. If you are a person with any type of melanin in your skin, you need 3,000 to 5,000 IUs a day. That means the international units that you need are 3,000 to 5,000. So that means you're taking in 400 if you're focusing on vitamin D. And if you're not, then guess what? You're still behind the mark. So what do you need to do? Increase the amount of fatty fish that you eat. Don't try to overdo it on milk and cheese. A lot of those things actually lead to heart disease. And the reason that we here give everybody this, take a multivitamin. Take a multivitamin. Got a multivitamin with 5,000 IUs. That's international units. I've been taking this for about a week now. I've seen my energy levels increase. I've seen my mood increase. I've seen different things. So you don't necessarily need mine, but I'm here to encourage everyone. If you need vitamin D, and you do, don't even ask yourself. You are not out in the sun all day. You are not in the Sahara. You are not out there in Africa. Get you some vitamin D. Take it daily. I want to encourage everyone. Increase your vitamin D levels. If you are taking a multivitamin, you have 400 IUs. You need 3,000 to 5,000 per day. Anybody, our skin actually converts sunlight into energy. So we are not spending a lot of time in the sun, and a lot of people experiencing, and we coming up on the season where you experiencing seasonal depression. And the reason that you're having seasonal depression is because that sunlight is critical to your health. So vitamin D. Everyone of color taking that vitamin D. Wanted to just share this information with y'all. Got the supplements on deck. Research this. Okay. 2,000 IUs a day. Come on. Okay, that you making me feel good. All right. So she's right at 6,000. She's at 6,000. And you cannot overdose on vitamin D. You cannot overdose on vitamin D. So this is for everyone. Anjali is saying she's at 6,000 international units a day. I recommend anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000. If you at 6,000, you good. You good with me. If you at 7,000, you good with me. Get that vitamin D in. Weight gain, depression. What's going on, Mark? Sleeping habits, high blood pressure. They even found that some forms of cancer are directly related to low vitamin D. Us being in these climates, in these areas, then you do not even have to get your vitamin D levels checked. Just assume that your vitamin D levels are low. So I want to encourage everyone. You just heard what the young lady said, even down to the patches in your hair. You want your hair to be thick and full. Increase your vitamin D levels. Take it. Telling everyone I'm at 5,000 IUs a day. Definitely want to do that. Thank you for tuning in. Share the information. We're going to be coming back telling people what areas they're deficient in, what areas they need to increase as far as vitamins, as far as minerals. There's so many things that we can do naturally, and little small things. Taking one pill a day will actually be a difference maker in where you are as far as your mood, where you are as far as your weight loss, where you are as far as your hair, where you are as far as, where can you get it? Just DM me. DM me right now, and then I'm going to make sure that you get it. Whether I mail it out to you or meet you at the gym, whatever we're going to do, Mark, we can connect anytime. But I got 5,000 units. You want to be anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000. Been taking it myself and saw an increase in my energy, saw an increase in my mood. My sleep has been better. I've been getting deeper sleep. I didn't realize how important, with everything that I do from a health and fitness standpoint, I didn't realize how important that it was to actually get this supplement in and to get this vitamin D in. So that's why I said, let me go live and let me encourage everyone to do this. So thank you for tuning in. Like I said, just let me know whenever y'all need it. That's the information. Share it with a friend, a family member, and increase your vitamin D levels. So that's it. Tuning out. Holla.